Morning traders, Nick Mastrandrea, Market Tea Leaves, here to bring you our daily market buyers video for Thursday, June 5th. It's 6:15 a.m. On the East Coast. Apologies for the tardy arrival of this broadcast. If we were to take a look at the overnight session in Asia, Asia closed mainly to the high side, if you will, with the exception of the Hang Seng and Singapore exchanges. Europe was pretty much mixed earlier today. However, that's starting to change somewhat. The majority of the exchanges are trading to the upside, with London and the German exchange trading lower. If we were to take a look at the futures in the U.S., they are pretty much mixed at this point, with the S&P and the NASDAQ down slightly and the Dow up somewhat, if you will. Now, if we were to take a look at market correlation as it stands, currencies in terms of the U.S. dollar is trading down, so trading down pretty much all morning long. Energies in terms of crude is trading down. There is no correlation between the U.S. dollar and crude as this writing. Financials in terms of the bonds, the 30-year bond is trading higher, but understand something. The reason why this is happening is very simply because the front month for the 30-year bond is now September as opposed to June. And anytime that happens, basically you see a spike or a spike up in the front month. And that's pretty much what occurred, or what is occurring right now with the 30-year bond. Indices in terms of the S&P and the NASDAQ, they are down fractionally. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up fractionally. And gold is trading down slightly by one tick. In terms of news that we have on the docket today, basically at 7:30 a.m. we have Challenger job cuts. And at 8:30 we have unemployment claims, which is always usual and customary for a Thursday. At 10:30 we have the natural gas storage, and at 1:30 p.m. we have an FOMC member speaking. Another thing to keep in mind in today, although it doesn't necessarily relate to the U.S. markets, we do also have the minimum bid rate coming out from Europe at 7:45 a.m. and at the same time that unemployment claims are being released, we have an ECB press conference. All right, this is something to be mindful of because everyone is talking about quantitative easing in Europe. Whether or not that happens or not is yet to be seen, or how it happens is yet to be seen. But that's what everyone is talking about right now, which is ironic to a certain degree because the U.S. wants to get off of quantitative easing, and apparently in Europe they want to embrace it. Go figure. Be that as it may, all this being said, our bias is neutral today. And very simply because the market is not showing its hand in terms of direction one way or the other. Please remember that with a neutral bias, the markets could go in any direction today. My own personal thought is that between the minimum bid rate, which could affect Europe and in turn affect the U.S., as well as unemployment claims, these are going to be major market movers today in terms of what happens going forward. Could this change? Absolutely. Anything can happen in a volatile market. Thanks. Hope this helps. Look forward to the next time with you.